How can I fall asleep when I'm dreaming of you? How can I fall asleep when I'm dreaming of you? How can I fall asleep when I'm dreaming of you? How can I fall asleep when I'm dreaming of you? How can I fall asleep when I'm dreaming of you? How can I fall asleep when I'm dreaming of you? How can I fall asleep when I'm dreaming of you?
What's up, guys? Back out in Lenasia. We visiting Slaying Daily Customs again. As you can see, the guys have a new premises, so we thought let's come and visit them at their new home, guys, and show you what services they offer in case you haven't seen what Slaying Daily Lifestyle can do. So as you guys can see, premises is full. This is the new workshop, home of Slaying Daily Customs. More space than they previously had. Here's Moe Moe and them's Polo. He's got the air suspension set up in it now, but you guys can see there's been a lot of improvement, and I love to see when the guys move forward, you know. The guy started out small and now he has the opportunity to get more cars into the yard. You can see they got a car being painted there. Secret project. But yeah, no. There's the man himself, Moe Moe. Otherwise, brother, how are you doing?
All good. Yeah.
Lekker, man. I'm loving the new premises. Lots more space.
Still got some work to do, but much better in our old place. We need to upgrade.
And not always the best to work from home. You save rent, but there's not enough space. There's neighbors complaining. But as you guys can see, there's a lot of cars out here today. So services, obviously still offering the same services. They've got
a lot more now.
panel beating, air suspension. You're doing what? Can you offer mechanical work as well?
Mechanical work, panel beating, bodywork repairs, external damage repairs, sunroof, interiors, sound installs, boot setups.
Let's go have a look at what the Owens are doing there. You mentioned sunroofs.
Yeah.
So Moe Moe and them have been fitting quite a few sunroofs in a different cars. Over here you see this is a i20 we got over here. They're putting a mini duck in there, né?
Yep.
And then there we've got the Polo. This one's also got a mini duck going in. And then a Golf 1 here also had a mini duck done. So any guys looking for a place to do a mini sunroof, message Moe and the team at Slaying Daily, guys, because they increasing their catalog of services offered, eh?
Yeah, I had to. We get a lot of the excellent damage cars, especially the stunts guys. A lot of them have been coming through, and then a lot of E30 bulks as well. You can see.
So you mentioned you've been getting a lot more work for E30s. What sort of work? Paint jobs or?
Everything. From start to finish. Interiors, complete bulks, motors, dictators, a lot of dictator wiring. Got a BR6s as well, it's coming in for dictators. I get green on the other pack. We have 2 spun cars here at Buzzy Bowling for the guys. Basically anything you need done on a car, we have everything in house now.
Got the Golf 1 coming off the tow truck there.
Yeah.
You got the Polo. This was that Polo you worked on last year as well, no? And then the
Two upgrades for Campfest.
And then the Chevy utility was just running air suspension.
Yeah, it's run as well. So this one here, we had the setup. It had air previously done. The setup was here in the bun. So we basically just moving everything inside and doing a complete rewire, what have you.
Okay,
Did all
that's
new-
nice.
Yeah, we did all the new hard lines, tank replacement. We had an issue of every time we go somewhere, he has to stress about leaving his car out because everything was easily accessible. So
Okay,
moving
so
everything
now if
inside
it's
now.
there, it's security tight.
yeah,
And then,
apart from that, we're doing compressor upgrades and just a few maintenance, just a bit of maintenance on the air system itself.
So you got the down management in you.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit more expensive than your basic remote setup.
Yes.
And then the Polo over here, this is mos your vrou's Polo.
Yeah.
Still is. Or have you now taken over ownership?
I took over that one. Yeah, we got another one. She got a secret ball coming out. Hopefully by campus, she'll have one now.
So at the time, you didn't have enough time last year to bag this one before Campfest.
Yeah, that
I
golf
see
took
it's
all our
on 2
headaches.
bags now.
Yeah, that golf just caused headaches. It took all our time.
So update on the Golf. Please tell our fans what happened to the Golf. Where is that green Golf you built last year?
I ended up selling it. I got an offer for a car and I'm letting it go.
Offer you couldn't resist, so you ended up
So,
selling it.
Originally we stripped the car and the plan was to strip it, rebuild it. Then I got an offer for a car as is. I said, okay, let me post it up, see what we get as is, get another body and rebuild that one. And then someone came to me and they said, okay, now we want a complete car, what everything, how it was, put everything back together and we sold the car after that.
So that's good news. At
Yeah.
least it wasn't initially your plan.
Yeah.
You didn't want to sell the
I
car.
also had the Taze, I had a Polo, I had 1 2 other cars also that because building my own personal projects. So I was like, I have to pick and choose which ones to keep, which ones to invest in, and which ones to let go of.
Let's go have a look at the stairs there because I posted this burnout video of the stairs that you shared with me a couple of weeks ago. That was Moe Moe. Here's the video here. I'm gonna show you guys what he does. Okay, so what do you guys think about that video? Do you guys think that's a nice burnout there? Makes a lot of smoke for a 130, right? So obviously guys are gonna be shocked because that was a champagne test in that video and now it's suddenly purple.
Yeah.
So you changed color from the time you took over ownership here.
Yeah, I got that car was too well known in that color because I bought the car already in that color with the A in it and that. So slowly I'm changing whenever I have time. Changing the color. I like the car originally, I like the bulb, but I wanted to make it my own. So changing color, we started to touch up on the paint and redo a few parts. Get everything nice and ready. Then from them to redoing the entire interior. New setup, new things. The whole basic is changing.
As you can
doing
see,
everything
this
in the
one got
interior as
like
well.
a floating tank setup here. But you bought the car like this, right?
Almost. Certain things will change, like the sub and the amps and stuff will change. The management will change.
So color of interior, what you thinking?
It is a surprise.
It's a surprise for the Owens.
That's a surprise. But the video will be done by end of Feb. We'll have a sun out on the road. At the moment, they're just chilling at my shop, collecting dust.
For those of you who don't know why the back seat is out, it's something in stance that we call a back seat delete. You're basically deleting the back seat to give you more space to have a more fancy boot in store. Obviously, this is a work in progress, as you heard Mo. They bought this car like this and he wants to change a lot. He doesn't really like it 100% like it is.
Yeah.
He started with the color. Now this is purple, guys. Let me go a bit closer. I don't know if you guys can see. It looks very black and dark, but it's actually purple, guys.
Yeah, so this color actually changes according to the lighting. So in the morning the sky looks about brown. Around this time of the day, when the sun hits it blacker, it's purple, and in the evening the sky is black. So that's what I want. I want something that in different pictures, different lighting, you can play around with it, but I didn't want something just standard.
And then the air setup was in the car, obviously, when you bought it. So is it a Bellows or sleeve over?
No, all of it I changed. So the only thing that stayed the same on the car is the seats and the setup on top. Everything underneath was changed. So the amps was changed, the wiring was changed, the sound was changed, the bags itself, the shocks, everything was changed because this car was already used for a while. The original our car came to me. The customer, the owner of the car, the previous owner, brought it to me for some repairs. And I seen the car and I was like, okay, well, how much you want for it? And that's how we ended up buying this car.
So this one, you see Moe Moe and them are doing mini sunroof installs, but on this one the owner opted to go for 2 tilt and slides. This is the medium size tilt and slide. Nah?
We do all different sort of
So it's another option. Some guys don't want to cut onto the stabilizer bar. There's a bar that goes across in the middle here of the roof. Some guys don't want to cut that, so they opt to go for this option where you don't have to cut on that chassis and then it still keeps the stabilization. But it's like we spoke, these cars, the sunroof cartridges have support in them. Eh? So when you glue that, it does have support on the car.
Even on these sunroofs, when we fit in them, we weld the reinforcements on the sunroof as well. So we don't just fit it in there, we can show you on the Sunday.
So the mini sunroof is obviously one of the easier ones to do because it's a flat sunroof.
Yeah.
So it can basically fit on any car with a flattish roof.
Yeah, so we have to do a slight lift here in the front and on the rear. Just so when you drive and the wind doesn't catch and go in here and lift go in the gaps in the rubbers and it.
Okay.
So we do a slight lift in the front and the rear. You can see it on the mark one day, but it's barely noticeable unless you know it.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's completely flat. Gives the car a nice clean look and everything is reinforced like as you can see underneath.
So next step is in the rubber because I see that one has a rubber on that side there.
Correct. And then from there, you put a frame in and you start installing and then wire up. Then the finishing, once you're done, roof lining, prep the roof, repair it, paint the roof, polish the roof of the car and send the car out.
And then when it comes to doing these like this sort of install, do you have a set price for Owens when they do a mini duck? Or does it differ from car to car?
From car to car.
So
It's roughly between 18,500 to about 20,500, depending on the car, depending on the color of the paint, because I include all of it in there. I do the roof lining, so if a customer wants a specific color or whatever, I do that there for them as well one time.
yeah, you
all
can
the
see
first-
because of the welding that's done, this is obviously gonna need to be painted afterwards again. Eh?
So this car here came in, it had a sunroof installed by someone else, and it was just a mess up on this car. What they did was they cut the roof too big
Okay.
originally. So the roof was, they cut the roof too big and they perforated the sunroof on the car. So what was happening was, one it was leaking, two the roof was sinking in, and then it was tearing the whole roof as well. So what we did was, took everything off, started from scratch, welded the frame on the inside, fiber body followed the top to close off all the gaps, sealed off, then for the rubber. We have the draining pipes that we put in now, which wasn't there originally, so the car was collecting water on top and it was falling into the car. Anytime in the rain or washing the car, anything was getting soaked inside. Put the draining pipes in now, and then from there we can start assembling the rest of the roof and get the car back on the road.
Yeah, that's what Owens don't understand. Even when you go to a bus tow, any stock car has a pipe that's running from each corner down into the bottom of the chassis. So on this one here, there's the one pipe. You guys can see there, that's where the water comes out. And then there's one on each edge there. So this unit here, do you guys, when you do this, you prefer to supply the unit yourself instead of the customer supplying the unit?
Either one, we get a lot more customers that want us to supply it for them. But either way, if a customer comes with their own unit, we can just do the installation for them.
And then what do you look out for when you buy a unit like this? The motor must work.
Motor must work, the frame must be straight, no cuts and cracks, all the wiring must be there. There isn't much to it, to be honest.
Where does the curtain fall in? Does the curtain go onto this, or does the curtain fall on the wood lining afterwards?
We do that afterwards. So
Okay.
on some of the roofs we offer an option where you can have the cover as well as the roof motorized, so it works off a remote.
Okay.
So that all plays into the factor, if they want it on a remote, if they want it manual, or whatever the case is.
And that can cost more. That's where you say between 18 and 21, 22. And then this white one, the white Golf over there, that one is complete. You said this is one of the cars that your customers are taking to Campfest, eh?
That's correct. Rosanyo, it just needs a bit of touch-ups, and we're doing young polish on it on the car. We sprayed this thing in November, around there. So we're just doing a bit of touch-ups and adding a few more things onto this car.
And
Cleaning
then
off nicely on the top.
painting.
100%.
Let's check from the inside what it looks like, guys. So you can see this is after the wood lining is done and whatnot. So it's just a matter of finishing touches. The button is in already, wood lining has been done. You can see this is the old Golf, guys. It's like Chico interior here, but this is what guys do. They modify the cars and they make it the way they want to. Not all of us can afford new Polos and Golf 7s with panoramic ducts, so we make our own plan, new first. Here we also got the boot install. Compressors and stuff are hidden here. You can just see a little bit of the tank sticking out. This is Team Sucks, guys. All the way from Val. They now part of the Slaying Daily family, helping out with the sunroof installs here. You guys saw the hole was here earlier. No longer a hole. The hole is filled, hey guys. So you know. And don't hate me for saying this, because it's the truth, guys. Before Team Nero, there was Team Sucks. This is the man that installed the roof into Crash King's car. And we all know that Ignatius has had that roof in that car for many years now. Probably since 2008. The first time Team Sucks put a mini roof in a car was 2004, guys. So they were the Team Nerdo before Team Nerdo was around, you see. They gave Team Nerdo the inspiration here. So they are now part of the Slaying Daily team, and I know these guys can do amazing things. Oh, Mo can tell you here, cars will start via remotes, ne?
Yeah, we can start the cars with remotes, connect your lights to work off remotes, your sunroof to work off remotes, down to the sun visors.
So I've been chatting with Team Sex for years and years. I've always wanted to visit their shop, ne? Because of that Golf 4. That Golf 4 that just does that thing. Like Sax, he does some amazing stuff on cars. He needs to be like part of the development team for Lamborghini or something. Yeah, now as you can see, shop is full. They're pushing out. I want Mo to come show us one car here. You know, somebody reached out to me last year in December. It was actually November, because it was around about the Black Friday time. And this guy messaged me, one of the fans on the page, and he asked me, you know, where can he take the car? You know, when you build a car, one thing that Owens must understand, it's dependent on your budget where you take your car. Ne? And when the car eventually came here, there were a few nasty surprises on the car, because, you know, people aren't always honest when they sell you a car. This is the sad part of it. But since then, this thing was baby blue, guys. Mo and them changed the color in December. The customer was in a rush so that he could do a wedding with the car. You guys did the interior? Or you did the interior?
Engine overall, dictator wiring, suspension, brakes, the exhaust, had a small leak, we sorted that out. The tail light conversion, it had a small tail light on here, so we changed that to the tail light conversion. And there's a few more things we still need to do on the car. Obviously, we didn't finish in that 1.5 weeks that we had to do the car
Yeah.
prior to the wedding. But we did, majority of the car was done in a week and a half from top to bottom. Even the roof repair, the window repairs because the windows weren't opening properly, the interior wiring, the lights around the car, changed new headlights, new fog lights, new badges, the works.
And I mean, guys, us Moe had the agreement with the client that they're gonna rush the job just for the wedding, but then the client had to bring the car back afterwards because of the time frame. They just didn't have enough time to finish it to their standard. That's why the car's back now. 3:25. So plans on this one, you said on the chassis there was a bit of issues that you discovered on the chassis, but other than that,
So there was a bit issues on the chassis and there was a lot of body color on the car originally. So what we did was we prepped it, took out about half of the body color that was on the car just to get it ready and decent for the wedding and for the owner to use for Christmas. And then like we said earlier, the deal I made with him was if you're gonna do this car, we'll rush it and we'll get it done for him, but the guy has to come back to get it done properly and get it ready for get it into a showroom condition. So now the car's back, we're gonna do a complete strip down, take this car back down to metal, repair the chassis damage, the control arm damage, and redo everything, the paint work, all the body work right around, and get this car into a pristine showroom condition for the owner.
yeah, no, guys, it's good to see that the company has been so busy. It's stressful, but it's a blessing. Work is a blessing. You have 4 times the amount of cars we had this time last year, so
We fully booked for January. We're only taking on small jobs for now. People have already been booking their cars in for next month. Till about middle of next month, we've already booked. We have cars booked in. So we got our work cut out for us.
and I see you've got some new members on the team. You've had to expand the team as well to keep up with the demand.
Yeah. So you have to, as you grow, you expand, and you get better at it. You get guys that were here in the past, training the new guys. They have them working under them, pull the teams up, and you'll see in time. My guys that have been with me from day one, they'll be running their own branches of Slane daily, while I'm out opening up new branches in different provinces.
Nah, that's the way to think. Big thinking. So, you know, it wouldn't be a video if we didn't add some educational content in. You can see over here the Polo GTI is being jacked up. So I just wanted Mo to explain to you guys the difference between a bellow and a sleeve over. Now, when you do air suspension, there's 2 types of options you can go for. You can go for the bellow, which is for heavier weights, or you can do the sleeve over, which is also a bit cheaper, but it's for lighter cars. So Mo over here, this is a bellow, if I'm not mistaken, a double bellow.
Yes, that's correct.
So that's 1 bellow, that makes it double. It's
Correct.
2. Okay. So what's the benefits of having a double bellow?
Okay. With double bellows, you get better performance, you get more stability on the road, better weight distribution, and it just gives you all around better drive compared to sleeves, especially with more performance vehicles and heavier vehicles. You get a different Airlux strut and a Airlux bag, which is one higher than us, which is meant for your heavy duty performance cars. Something like your Golf 7s, your M3s, your M4s, all of those cars, they get the full-on performance bags. That day gives you a way better ride. I had that here on my Polo as well. It gives you a way better ride, more stability. You can hammer the car as much as you want to without having any bouncing or any issues in terms of handling and cornering.
So a question from my side. This here is obviously your strut, huh?
Yes.
So can this bellow come off of that strut? Let's say if you start out with a sleeve over system, can you modify the strut to accommodate a bellow?
So the Airlux brand specifically, right, which is what we mainly supply due to us being Airlux Lenasia, does struts accommodate both sleeves as well as double bellows. So you can switch between the two using the same strut. The only one that differs is now the actual performance struts, which comes with adjuster, so you can have your air height and then still coil the car lower down or coil it higher up, depending on the height you want it, your max lower
So
height or max height.
that's your adjustable strut.
Correct. If you look at my Polo, for example, if I want that car to, if I want that front fender to sit a bit low and put that front bumper on the floor, all I need to do is check the car up, coil the air strut down, and then air out, and the car will go lower.
So yours got a performance strut. So over here on the back, I just want to show you guys. So this is a VW. It's different to what some Toyotas work differently. What it has here is a double bellow between the suspension and the chassis to lift the car up. Whereas on a Toyota Tazz, the strut has the spring on it here. So a Toyota Tazz would use that front strut on the front and the back, similar system there. Whereas with VW such as Polos, it has the bellow lying between the chassis there. And then what's that nut called there that you have to put on?
Rough nuts.
So you have a rough nut there so that bellow doesn't move out of the way. And over there you can see the air line going into the bellow and lifting it up. Is this also a double bellow on the back, or is it a single?
No, it's a double bellow.
Double bellow on the back also to handle more weight and performance, because this is a GTI after all. So we got another one jacked up here. This is the Golf 1, also on air, but this one is running a sleeve over system, right? So this is much cheaper than a bellow system.
Yes. You just get the air motor.
So when you order that basic 14,000 air system, because if you go on onto Airlux's website, you'll see that they've got that basic system, but that is only with sleeve overs. It's not with bellows, right?
You get different options. So you can, on this guy as well, you can run double bellow on you. But the difference is where the wheel sits on this car. If you run double bellows on the majority of the wheel sits too close to the bag and then it cuts a bag.
Okay, so then you're gonna have a leak in your bag because it's too close there.
That's why we go with sleeves on most Mark 1s. Besides, it's a bit cheaper, and the Mark 1 in general, unless you're running a 2-liter 812 motor, you're running VR6 or something to that effect, you don't need anything better than a sleeve to lift the car up and down and to handle the performance of the car.
So let's say if you put a VR6 motor, which is a heavy as V6 motor, you would need a double bellow in the front and modify the car
It
for
won't, be,
that.
it won't be able to handle the weight at all. You'll have to have a double bellow bag on there.
And then on this rear system, does it work with the same as the Golfs or the Polos, or is it on the strut?
That's on the strap.
So as you can see there, that's what I spoke about, guys. This is actually on the strut. When we speak about strut, that's where your shock sits in, and that's what would usually house your spring.
Yes.
But now because it's air suspension, it's obviously modified. So there's a strut over there on the table. I want Motors to show us there. This is worth it out of the car. So this is one that they're building for Mazda. Mazda is not a common car to put air suspension on, so it needs to be customized. They've had to build a custom strut here so that that strut can fit in the Mazda. Now this here is what the normal strut looks like, and that's how they've cut that piece there and joined it onto here so that it can fit a different make.
So basically what we did on the strut, we used a strut like the Polo without the mountings on it, without a bracket on it.
Okay.
So it's straight down, cut the original strut from the vehicle, the standard strut,
Yeah.
and you join it onto that there and reinforce it. That's why it's so thick here, because it's reinforced on the inside.
And then it's obviously looks much longer there. So would the car go as low as it usually does? All the dimensions are still the same.
Yeah, so they say it's actually 8 centimeters lower than the original strut was.
Okay. So the
So
car
that's how you
will
get
be
the
much lower. So here on the table we've got the sleeve over. Now explain to me here. When I look at this, I think to myself, if you put this over there, that air's still gonna leak out. So what prevents the air from coming out there once you air it up?
So in the back, in the center, you have these rubbers here. So
Okay.
smaller rubbers, that is called O-rings.
Okay.
That they prevents the air from leaking out by certain flush on the strut itself. So when it goes on here, you feel there's a bit of a touch plate. You press it down onto the strut, and then your O-ring holds
The air,
the air into in there. That small gap that's there, the O-ring closes that off,
Okay.
and that's what holds your air in.
So once you take this clamp off there, well, this comes off like that. And then when you put your bellow onto here, it's basically the same principle.
Same principle, but the Airlux Bellows has a slight adjustment on it, so you can call it a bit lower on you.
Okay.
That's how you get the lows that we have on the CTI.
Okay.
Without using the performance strut or the actual adjuster on it.
So when you do something like this, you don't need to see notch or anything to get it lower. It depends on the customer's needs.
So you'll still need to C-notch. What a C-notch does is where your drive shaft runs across, there's a part of a chassis that runs above the drive shaft which prevents the car from going lower.
Yeah.
So the C-notch is cut in out around the drive shaft
So
that
it can
that
go
they
into
higher
the
up when car
chassis.
comes down.
Okay.
Correct.
I'm gonna put a picture up so you guys can see what a C-notch looks like. It's a very common thing for coilover suspensions and air suspensions. But the reason we're having this chat is because Moe is no longer just an Airlux dealer. He is Airlux Lenasia now. He's the Lenasia branch of Airlux. So if you guys need any Airlux air kits, any installation, service parts or whatever, you can pull through here to Moe and the guys. Easy to find the shop and they offer a lot of services. So when it comes to Airlux services, explain to the guys what you do.
We basically run the local branch of Airlux. We sell, install, supply, repair, anything Airlux related. We only sell, in terms of our air suspension, 99% of our products is Airlux suspension unless a customer comes on their own with a different brand or a special request is made for Airlux performance or something to that effect, a different brand. Other than that, we 99% only sell Airlux suspension.
So if you guys haven't watched the previous video that we did last year and you wanna know how to contact Moe, how do they contact you, bro?
You can find me on Instagram, WhatsApp, Facebook, TikTok, all under Slain Daily Lifestyle or Slain Daily Customs. My WhatsApp number is on all my social medias in the bio. Just go on to any of my pages to find my number, my contact details there. My WhatsApp and my cell number are both exactly the same. So if it's an emergency, feel free to contact me via phone call, or you can pull through to our shop as well.
So guys, don't forget, they're not only doing air suspension work and panel beating and whatnot. They can do basic services, anything you basically need on your car. So over here you can see they're doing a couple of touch-ups on this Golf here. They're putting on a new
New stuff now.
You can see there, nice shiny new stuff now. And then they're gonna put on a new intake system, a velocity stack quad intake, no?
Yeah, and
And it's a style, you know. I know all you younger ones like your velocity stack to come out of the headlight there. So that's something they can do for you too. Anything small, anything big, guys. If you're based out in Lenasia, give the guys a call. They can give you a quote, do some work for you.
Yeah.
inside we're doing a computer box rewire. The plug was damaged on the car, so we're rewiring the entire computer box and building a new plug for it.
Guys, been soldering as long as I've been here.
Yeah, aye.
But it's easy work for you, nah?
Aye,
You the wiring guy.
the wire guy. Even the last guy you did the wire guy.
Yeah, nah. So you can see, guys, there's a lot going on here. The BM paint is curing here. Lovely one-off color. You might think it's Calypso red because that's a standard color BMs come with, but this is a custom color that Moe got going here. You guys know where to follow Moe. You know the Slaying Daily team. You can Google them. They've got a website. They're on all social media pages. Now part of the Airlux family. Congrats on that, bro.
Thank you.
And then we're looking forward to visiting you again, my man.
And you know, you're more welcome anytime.
Thank you.